Hi, I'm Angela, the Consumer Product Testing Manager for Arteza and one of their resident artists. Today we're going to do an unboxing video and a review of our abstract wood painting set. This painting set comes with stencils, brushes, different paints, and also our wooden panel and some painter's tape. Let's open her up, see what she has. Okay, we have a bunch of different paints here. Let's see, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 different colors. Looks like a full rainbow set. I'm gonna go to the side. Let's take out each one of our paints, see how many we can use today. We have our painter's tape, which looks like it's a little bit shy of an inch or an inch wide. We have our 2 acrylic or oil paint brushes, 1 round, 1 flat. We have our stencils. Looks like we have 4 different triangles here. Instructions, and our 3 sets of panels. Okay, these panels are a pretty good size. So first I want to check these stencils, see how big they are, get a few little ideas. So what I'm going to do first, I am going to need a pencil for the stencil portion. Right now I'm going to use some painter's tape. Actually, I'll mark the spot that I want my triangles to radiate from. You can use the painter's tape to tape down the stencils. You can also use them to make larger triangles or straight edges in general. So I'm gonna do this one first. Let's put some paint on our palette. Let's do a nice bright color. Indian. Okay. Got my brush. Load it up, nice creamy acrylic paints. And then I'm gonna paint our edges. And put it in our main area. Beautiful. Okay, so I have my first main triangle over here. Pull this up, our nice edges. And voila, here we go. Okay, let me rinse this and brush off. Okay, so this portion's dry, so I'm going to create another section with my painter's tape, still radiating out from our center mark. Well, it's not really in the center, our central point. Yeah, trig, I never took trig. Geometry though, yes. Let's see. Can we do this? Let's keep them. Do we remember the equation to get the hypotenuse? I'm not sure. I mean, it was what, a squared plus b squared equals c squared? Yep, there you go. Look at that. Okay, so we have everything marked out. What fun color are we gonna pick for this one? I'm gonna go with the emerald green. It's probably gonna end up looking very tropical since we are in Florida. Load up our brush. This kind of looks like a sports team. What sports team has orange and green? Oh, am I thinking of the Hurricanes, right? Okay, nice and even. Wipe off my excess. Yeah. All the color matching I've been doing. Okay, we're gonna peel these off nice and gently. Okay, so this part's dry now too, and we're gonna do our last little sectioning off with our painter's tape. Line it up here. And let's put this right over here. Let's pick another bright color. We'll go with, and I'll put magenta on top of that. All right, so let's load up our brush again. Do this area first. Hopefully we get less of a bleed. And sometimes if, depending on how much water we add to our brush, you know, especially since we're painting on wood, it can start to bleed out. It'll get absorbed into the area around it underneath our painter's tape. Okay, there we go. And let's pull our tape out. Nice crisp line. Yes, okay, success, that looks good. Okay, so let's take our stencils and let's see what we can do with them. Okay, well, I know that the first one I want to do is going to be the magenta with the whites. So I'm going to place it over here. I'll take a few pieces of tape and just take it down so it doesn't move. I'm going to take my pencil and very, very lightly okay. And since I have to make a sharp point, I'm going to go in with the round brush. Let's get some magenta on our palette. Try to wipe off excess water so that it won't get that bleed. And we're just going to paint away. Try to stay with the lines that you've made. You can do this freehand. I'll be doing one of these freehand, and then I'll go back with the painter's tape to create different edges. So you can do it either way with painter's tape or just filling it in like I'm doing now. See that my brush was a little too wet. We're gonna have to go over this a few times. We want it to be a little bit more opaque. Carefully following my lines. So it looks like my hand's a little shaky from my caffeine. So especially if your hand's shaky, you're going to, painter's tape is gonna be your best friend for stuff like this. Now normally to make this go a little smoother, I would add water to the paint. But I don't wanna do that right now because of the panel. I'm doing wet on wet too, so. Okay, there we go. Nice little magenta triangle. Do we remember what kind of triangle this is? Isosceles triangle, very good. So let's get the excess off here. Have that dry, put that in there. So let's think, what should we do next? Let's use this guy. Okay, so I'm going to position this one over here. Can cover that up. It's a great thing about acrylic paint. Everything can be covered up and layered if you make a mistake. Okay, so let's think. What color do we want for this? We've already used white, orange, green, and magenta. Yeah, let me just use black. So instead of doing this one freehand, I'm going to use the painter's tape so I can make a really, in theory, nice, crisp-edged triangle. And also, since my hands are pretty shaky from having too much iced tea. Okay. Get it between tape to the center area again like last time first. I want to angle it so I can see what the brush marks, sort of brush strokes I can see if it's even or not. Okay, it's good. All right, and let's see what we have here. There we go, nice. So let's think, what's gonna be our next shape? Okay, yeah, we have not used a right angle, so we'll do that one next. Okay, so let's think of this last color that we want to use. The triangle this time. Let's switch it up. Let's see if I did that light enough. Yep, okay. Much better than the last one. All right, good. So I'm gonna do the same thing. Tape this guy off. All right, now for the color. Let's do yellow since we're already here. Okay, let's load up our yellow. Now I'm laying it on thick now just because I kind of want to do this a little quicker, but normally I'd probably just do a nice thinner coat, let it dry, and then go back and do another one. But this does add a little texture. You're going to have more brush strokes if you do it this way. Be wary of that if you don't want to have a whole lot of extra textures, if you want it to be super flat. And I would suggest doing it that way. Okay, reveal. Let's see. Nice clean edge. There we go. Looks really cool. Very, kind of has like a nice little 80s feel to it. Your little Stranger Things color palette. All right, well, I hope that you've enjoyed this video today. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Tell us what you think and how you like this product.